It's been such a great year for music, 2024, and let's just get right into it. Here are Keegan's albums of the year. I got 15 slots open, and this is what I think was the best music all year. I've been listening to music all year, and I think that this is the best stuff. So stick around and you might find a few new bands you've never heard of that released awesome records this year that you can get into. And if I missed anything right now, let me know. Some of the amazing albums this year that I missed. All right, let's go. Take it away.
Coming in at number 15, starting off the list with an absolute banger. Everything on the list is a banger. It was like a struggle to arrange all these, but we've got, yeah, that's the right side. We got Umbra Vitae's Light of Death. This is one of Jacob Bannon's projects, famous for vocals in Converge. This record is really good. I like this. This is their second record in Umbra Vitae. If I'm saying that right, I don't even know. But I like this one way more than the other record. Not that the other one was bad. The riffs and the writing and everything is just awesome on this. I like the production. It's like suffocating but tight. And yeah, it's just, this is one of the heaviest records of the year. It's deathcore, but more on the metal side. And I take this kind of deathcore I can take a lot more seriously. Yeah, sorry deathcore. I'm just not like a super deathcore kind of person. There are plenty of deathcore bands I like. But anyway, just saying, I like the metal side of this. Everything rides, there's some handlebars on this. Yeah, it's really, really dang good. Before I forget, I should probably show the record here. Ooh, this one's cool. I don't know what this is. It's like bone maybe and black splatter or something. Oh, dude, this one looks I forgot how cool this one looked. Dang, dude. Coming in at number 14. Dude, I gotta talk about the new K the I record that just like snuck up on my list, changed the whole thing. It just came out what is it, this last month, December here, and I have to add it onto the list. It's so good. So it's like really cool abstract hip-hop record, production by Kenny Siegel, and it is super freaking sweet. I haven't had a super lot of time with it yet, but it deserves to be on the list. It had to sneak in here. I'm new to K the I, but super cool, like really creative flows and stuff, and just the production is crazy and wacky and like pretty insane. Like there's a lot of moments that are just super wacky in such a good way. Like this whole album feels like it's out in space somewhere, and I love it. Like, and there's a couple jazz samples they use on this one song, and it, like, they use jazz samples in like a heavy way, and it, dude, yeah, it's really good. I love this record. So here it is. You know, it doesn't come out, like the vinyl doesn't get released until January 2025, so yeah, you know, I like to show off the record. Like that's like my favorite thing, is like showing off the cool record and supporting the artist. And it's not going to be here for the filming of this video, but I would really recommend it. Really awesome abstract hip-hop record that you need to hear. Coming in at number 13. Me and the band Cursive have had an interesting relationship over the years. This is their new album from this year called Devourer, and it slams. It's awesome. Post-hardcore is my favorite genre. Cursive is one of the best bands out there still doing post-hardcore. The Ugly Organ is one of my favorite records of all time, one of their records. And once I heard the singles for this record, I was like, yeah, this is like, you know, it was hitting all the same boxes that I love about Ugly Organ. And it doesn't sound exactly like Ugly Organ. In fact, it sounds, I don't know. The only reason this sounds like Ugly Organ, which is, you know, the pinnacle of Cursive, is because they just made another noisy record. You know, it's like, it's still got that indie catchy vibe, but they added a lot of really noisy, you know, the at the drive-in charm, you know what I mean? And I wanted to love this record more than I did, and I thought it was gonna be way higher. While it's still incredible, like I said, I just have a weird relationship with Cursive. Sometimes I get super obsessed with Cursive, and then sometimes I don't. I'm not as obsessed with them anymore. I don't know what it is. Though I do love them, and I love this record, and I think it's incredible. So it's on my list. Telling someone they're on your list is just so, it's like threatening, my bad. It just sounds so threatening. I'm not gonna hurt anyone. They're on my list of love, there you go. On my list of, to get kisses. Coming in at number 12. The Jesus Lizard. So the Jesus Lizard finally came out with a new record after years of, you know, not putting out music. You know, I thought, oh, they're too old. You know, David Yao's lung collapsed. You know, they're never gonna play again. And then they came out with this. Now, I am a lifelong Jesus Lizard fan. I mean, I was listening to them when I came out of the womb, okay? But this record is awesome. I wanted to put it higher on my list. I'm not gonna complain too much because we got new Jesus Lizard. It's amazing. But I think the production just didn't sound super Jesus Lizardy. I think is where I kind of lose this record a little bit. Like, it's still on my game of the year, album of the year. I'm making a game of the year too if you want to. But yeah, it's amazing. The songs are really good. After being in hibernation for so long, they haven't lost their touch at all. Dwayne's guitars are crazy good on this. All the bass grooves just rule. They're so unsettling. Everything about Jesus Lizard is unsettling, but just, it's a really good record. Some, you know, it gives me vibes from their whole career, you know? Like, I get some Down vibes. I mean, I even get some Shot vibes maybe, kind of, with this nicer production. Really good record. Got the, what is it? The limited edition yellow.
And I did want to mention that the band released a single after the record came out called The Cost of Living, and I thought that single really captured like the kind of production I love to hear on a Jesus Lizard record. So there's definitely hope that they're gonna release even more music with like more of that Jesus Lizard kind of production. This record also reminds me of Liar too. Remember when I said Shot and Down? Well, Liar. There's a lot of Liar on this. They're liars. Is that a goat?
Coming in at number 11. Spoiler alert, I might have more than one The Smile record on my album of the year. Who does that? Who's good enough to have 2 album of the year contenders in 1 year? Tom York and co. Freaking Johnny Greenwood, like crazy. Oh, this is the blue one. Look at that. I opened up this one. I opened up some of my records. I was listening to this a lot, so yeah, this is awesome. So they put out 2 different records this year. This one is the more spacey, experimental, out there one, and I think the other one, which we might talk about in this video, maybe not, maybe, I don't know, is a little more, we'll talk about that one later. But this is super spacey, out there, so many cool layers. Like, you listen to the song, you're always hearing new little, you know, things in your ear, like what? Like crazy layers. And yeah, super emotional ride. You know, Tom York's lyrics are amazing his lyrics are esoteric, but his voice is beautiful and it just sounds so good. And yeah, this record's amazing. It is like just incredible. Like, you can just get lost in this thing for, I feel like you get lost in this album for years, man. Like, you really feel like you're teleported to another world. And yeah, I love everything they did on this thing. It's just, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous, spacey, creepy, you know, creepy in a pretty way, really. It's mostly it's all really pretty. There is some pretty weird, crazy moments on it too. But yeah, this record really builds. Like, this record really builds, and not really traditional songwriting in a good way. And I love it. I love what they did on this thing. Coming in at number 10. Next up is a record that I really found by surprise, and we've got Missouri Executive Order 44. I always have trouble saying that. But yeah, so we got this is a super blistering, sassy, screamy record. Trigger warning. Some of the lyrics are a little crazy. Just so you know, I really personally want to put that out there. It's like satirical. It's got this satirical vibe to it. I think it's really crazy and cool. This record's really interesting. So it's like etched. Dude, what the heck? Look at that. That's freaking insane. But yeah, the record's really short, so it just fits on one side on this. It's like literally like, I think this might be less than 20 minutes. And 20 minutes in a good way. It does not overstay its welcome. It just pops in, destroys every organ you have in your body. But yeah, Salt Sermon. Some of my favorite riffs this year. Just super dissonant, crazy stuff. And I love it. I can't get enough of it. And crazy. Like, this is just, it's just really good. You know, like, this band has really, I feel like has really found themselves, found their sound. And yeah, it's just crazy. It's got like tons of like insane, like, just like moments of like audio samples that are just absolutely nuts. Like, it has a super scary, creepy, messed up, effed up vibe, dude, and it's good. It's just brutal. The production is sweet, you know, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's Fear Before the March of Flames vibes, but, you know, but like even sassier and darker and crustier and gross. And yep, I love it. Had to get it on my list. I think this is awesome. Coming in at number 9. Hello. Melt Banana's next. I know, I've been super bad at not opening my records. I need to change that. I don't know. I've been not opening records, which I don't really believe in. It's gonna be so, worth so much money. Anyway, I was gonna open this up by saying, Melt Banana really melts my banana. Whatever that means. Like, this is why I need to edit myself. Stop saying stupid stuff. Anyway, let's get to the point, just like this record. This record just gets to the point. Some of the coolest, just crazy noisecore punk riffs. I love this record. I really feel like, you know, it doesn't have as much nuance and layers as some of the other things they've done, especially the last record. And it took them a long time to finally put this out. But this might be my favorite Melt Banana record. Like, legitimately. I just love how straight to the point it is. And I just think it just melts my face. Like, sometimes I really like something that just kind of pummels and just destroys me. Some of the riffs on this are just actually mind-blowing, like on Stopgap or Hex. Stuff like that. Like, the riffs are just, they're too crazy awesome. Like, the riffs are so cool it couldn't not be on my list. Like, I cannot get enough of the guitar work on this. It's drum machine stuff, but I think it's all really fun and just like, I don't know, they just like, it's just stuff that just like, it's just, this record is just gonna keep just ruining you over and over and over again and just destroying you. And I do think that some of the more melodic, poppy, if you want to call it, parts of this are still really good. I think they sound just like really good and spur of the moment, you know. Maybe this is more of just like, they just got in a room and kind of just jammed this stuff, but I don't know, it all works for me. I love it. It's going very high on my list because I think it is so dang good, and I needed some really good noise rock in my life this year. Coming in at number 8. Contrary to popular belief, I am actually not the craziest metalhead. But when you're talking about metal, there are two bands that do it the best. Unbeatable. Black Sabbath, Judas Priest. And somehow, Judas Priest, well, Rob Halford is 73 years old, and a lot of the other guys in the band are that old too. They have, you know, some newer, younger members, but just Rob Halford does the craziest vocals. He's one of the most talented vocalists of all time, and the dude is 73 years old, and I saw them live. I think I saw them live for the 3rd time this year, right? Oh my god, I can't remember now, but I think at the start of the year, I saw Judas Priest live again on touring this record. Now, I thought the last record they came out with, Firepower, I thought that was one of their best. And this Invincible Shield might be even better, which is crazy. I think the last album, they strayed into some like butt rock type stuff, and this went right back to the good old, you know, 80s heavy metal, and, you know, like some like with some newer flavoring that I find fantastic. I think this record is so good. I think it's unbelievable. Yeah, when we're talking about metal, there's the metal gods. They are metal, man. You can't win. You go up against Judas Priest, you're not gonna win. Just letting you know. Yeah, and I love it. I love it to death. I love every song on this thing. Yeah, this is one of those almost no skipper type records. Like, legitimately, it's crazy good. So yeah, like obviously they have an unbeatable back catalog of music, but you know, they've had some records that I feel like aren't as good as they could have been, and it's just so surprising that a band in their freaking, how long have they been a band? I don't know, freaking 50 years, 40 years or something. Maybe I'm over exaggerating and I can't think about it right now. But yeah, and they're still coming out with some of their best material ever. In fact, they're putting out some of the best metal still to this day. I think I spit a little bit. I hope you didn't see that. So gross. That's metal. AOTY. Pardon my manners. I didn't even show off the record. I have this one opened. I didn't even show. I was getting so excited about, you know, heavy metal. I forgot to show you. But yeah, it goes perfect with it. Look at that disc. Blood red. Look at that. Oh man, so sick. Coming in at number 7. Well, I might as well wear the heavenly blue shirt while I talk about heavenly blue. Gosh dang it. Oh, do they have the answer? I'm telling you. Look at this. Oh man, I saw them all open for the Blood Brothers. By the way, Blood Brothers, best band ever. Finally got to see them live. But anyway, this record is so amazing. Like, I don't know, I just feel like this is like the revival of like the kind of like really, really awesome 90s screaming bands, you know? I don't really want to just like shove them in that box though, because I feel like they're all exploring so much more than that. So yeah, this record, very sassy, you know, very sasscore. I don't know, I really, really, really believe in what they're making. I really love what they're making. It was so cool to see them live. Oh, by the way, shout out, my buddy Mark made this shirt actually. So I found out about it after I bought it. Mark, he drummed on the first Blisshead record, the band I'm in, you know. But gosh dang it. I just love this record. I've listened to it so much. It's really cool because they're also doing like the 2 vocalist thing. Both vocalists, they're freaking awesome. They both have different kind of timbre to their voice, but both sound great. And this record's like equally punishing, but equally beautiful. Like lots of like little pretty, not super intricate, but you know, like that melancholic, pretty vibe. That I just find it like they met a perfect balance on this for like super violency emo and like, you know, just you know, sprinkling in some beautiful little stuff here and there. And with the production, they went a lot more like, well, I don't know if they purposely did it, but it's like it's more lo-fi sounding, you know? Like, and I'm not talking about lo-fi music, but just it has a raw, personal, emotional, real vibe that we need more of in music. Coming in at number 6. I am not at all ashamed to admit this. When the band Every Time I Die broke up, I bawled my eyes out. So I was eagerly awaiting what the bandmates would make. They split ways. We got both Better Lovers and Many Eyes. And right here, this is the Many Eyes record that the Keith Buckley, the vocalist, one of my favorite vocalists of all time. I will be a Keith Buckley fan till the day I die. Till the day every time I die. Needless to say, this was probably my most anticipated record this year. Once I first heard Revelation, which was like the lead single for this, that showed what Keith Buckley was really cooking up, it just blew my freaking mind. I was just like, this is so good. So, you know, there can never be another Every Time I Die. But I really like what's on here. I thought it would be higher on my list, even though it's really high on the list. I thought it would be even higher because, you know, it's Keith Buckley. Like there's no, like, he's just one of the greatest vocalists of all time. I'm saying of all time. He's incredible. One of the greatest lyricists there's ever been. I definitely can't get enough of this record, though I will say, you know, the production, it really is kind of like, you know, it's modeled in a computer. You know, it doesn't have the same energy as like a live band, but I kind of understand why they made it that way. But I'm really hoping that in the next iteration of Many Eyes, whoever's playing on the next record or whatever, I really hope that they actually get in a room together, jam the songs out live instead of making everything kind of in the computer. But besides that, you know, so like some of this is, you know, there could be some more warmth to the record, you know, which I really wish it had. And by warmth, what I mean is like, you know, some of this is pretty digitized sounding, and I could be wrong, but they probably, you know, who knows? Maybe they did use amps and stuff, but just like there's a kinetic energy that I think is lost on the production of this record, and I don't know what it is, you know, and I think that really just is like the dynamics of actually being in a band and practicing songs in a room 1,000, like practicing a song 100, 200, 300 times till like the dynamics really sing, you know. But yeah, otherwise I love it. I think it's really good. Keith Buckley really worked on his singing on this. Like his singing's pretty crazy. It's always been good, but I can really tell he's trying to really work on his singing. For me, I prefer, like, not prefer. His screaming is my favorite thing ever, so I don't ever want that to go away. He is arguably like top 5 screamer ever for harsh vocals. Like he's more than amazing, you know. He can't do what Mike Patton does or something, or Kyo from Duran Gray, but the tone of his voice, like, it's just too good, dude. Like, it is too good. He can get so ear shredding, like, it just, oh, you feel it. I think some of the rock and roll-y songs on this can be a little cheesy at parts, and so that's one of the reasons why, you know, maybe it did go down a little bit, but I don't know. I really, really love it. I really like this record a lot. I liked it so much that I bought 2 of them. And I almost bought the 3rd one, but Maddy, my girlfriend, held me back because I gotta stop buying stuff. I wasn't lying. I got, look at that, double the fun, 2 of them, more than you need. Yeah, I got to see I got to see Many Eyes this year. Oh, this is the white one. Look how cool this looks. Ooh. But yeah, I saw Many Eyes live this year. Crazy, crazy awesome. And I got to see them actually before the record came out, before they even released the record. So yeah, so, you know, it was really cool. Like, yeah, I went to the show. I got the CD before it came out, listened to it in the car before everyone in the world heard it. Ooh, and this one's really cool. And this is the little see-through, you know, clear-ish looking awesome color. Yeah, got to see them live. It blew my mind. They sounded amazing. And hi. Welcome to the video. Coming in at number 5. I am telling you, Jack White absolutely stole my heart this year with his No Name record. The marketing for this was crazy. So, you know, not to dox myself, but I live in Michigan, so I could have gone to Jack White's shop. So he was giving away this record secretly with purchases at his record store, Third Man, right? That's what it's called. And I desperately wanted, it was a long drive to get there, but I desperately wanted to go there. I didn't end up doing it, but I should have. I really should have just like driven out there, you know, and just made it happen so I could get one of the like secret, like almost like test pressings basically, but the secret pressing of this. This is the retail. Oh, there's 2. This one says keep sealed because this is the rare blue one, right? Yeah, it's the rare blue one. I double dipped. I had to get it. Found it for a good price. Like they were selling this like crazy. And then the secret, you know, it's just like a white blank, no name. That one, the secret one that came out, that thing it's going for like thousands of dollars, bro. But anyway, this one's just the black one right here, the normal vinyl. But I think this is one of the best things Jack White has ever released. This just embodies everything I love about Jack White. Yeah, and just he went full on garage rock with a little bit of blues riffs. And it's just very, I don't know, it feels right. You know, it's the most White Stripes-like thing he's done. I love his more experimental, crazy stuff too, but this is just, I don't have to have this kind of stuff out of Jack White, but his more straightforward riffing, and he's just such a good songwriter. You know, when he actually puts his mind to like, you know, being a songwriter, no one does it like him. No one does it like him. And his vocal performances on this are crazy. This record has it all. It's so good.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you're enjoying the video. And I just wanted to stop here and let you guys know that we're trying to get Blisshead to a couple more listeners. If you wanted to help support and check out our music, we would be so grateful. We're for fans of post-hardcore, hard rock, that kind of stuff.
Coming in at number 4. So we meet again. Here we are. Ready for this? We got another Smile record. If I could get the ring light, you're not the star of the show, okay, buddy? Oh my gosh, dude, this Smile record is so good. I love it so much. Now Tom York, okay, he does a lot of things. So I'm a singer in a band, okay, Blisshead, and I'm not the best singer in the world, but Tom York does things that I can't even sing, and I've been singing for like 15 years. Like, he is so good, and I really think that they wanted to do 2 records this year. I don't know how they recorded stuff, but I feel like they wanted to one-up Wall of Eyes, which was already amazing, and then they had Cutouts. And I truly think that they put this album out to just absolutely outdo themselves. It's so good. Like, the songwriting on this is really awesome. It's like reeled in a little bit more from Wall of Eyes. There's this song on here called Eyes and Mouth or something, and it's one of the most beautiful things I've ever heard Tom York sing ever, and he has done some of the most amazing stuff, like, you know, ever, and just, I love this record. Can't say enough good things about it. It's super beautiful, super pretty. They took a lot of really cool risks in the guitar department. And of course, this drummer. This is like some jazz drummer or something that's in The Smile, I think. Or he's just very prolific. He's very, very good. One of the best drummers, like, honestly, one of the best drummers out there. And, yep, I love it. It's so good. It's so good. Coming in at number 3.
Here we got a record that I listened to on repeat this year. We got Crobot with Obsidian. I think they came out with I think this is the best record they've ever done. I've liked the stuff they've done before. I remember seeing them open for He Is Legend. They were awesome. But this has just, the riffs are insane. They will destroy you. All the songs riff. It's got like homage to, you know, it's got homage from Led Zeppelin to Judas Priest. But yeah, super good stoner rock record. All riffs. And the vocals, like, everything is hooky, super catchy. Like every single song will get stuck in your head. Like, it is just full of freaking heavy metal stoner rock anthems, and it's just amazing. I don't know what else to say. This record is just so good. That's why it got so high on my list. The production is dirty, and like all the tones they got on the guitars sound just so gross in the best way. And like the leads are really cut. Yeah, it's just, all I can say is riffs. If you like riffs, put this on. Like riffs and like super catchy, hooky melodies. Like all the melodies, they float above all these songs. The singer, I don't remember his name, but yeah, he hits really high notes, and just like, yeah, he sounds amazing. I don't know, everything about this is awesome. The drumming is super good. But what stands out the most to me is like the super angelic vocals mixed with some of the best guitars written this year. Some of the best guitars written this year on this thing.
Coming in at number 2. Every year I gotta have my noisy, screamy, sassy post-hardcore record, and here it is with Blind Girls. This record's insane. I love it so much. I can't stop listening to it. I think I just got a paper cut. That's okay. Do it for the paper cut, Keegan. You can do this. But yeah, this record is so good. There's, you know, it's got scramsy stuff, emoviolence-y, but what I really love about this record is there's also some tinges of like noisecore and sass. And this record is sweet. Like this side, you can see the pink a little bit, but if you look on this one, this end of it, oh my God, what a cool record. Look at that. Ooh, couldn't pass this one up. But yeah, this record will just, it'll take your ears, hold them hostage, and your ears will never be the same again, in the best way. It's like Stockholm Syndrome. The production is so good, everything sounds so clean, but it's so raw. All the performances on this are amazing, the vocal performance, the guitars, the drumming is sweet. Yeah, I love this. I love it. I love it. Give it a little kiss, I love it so much.
This was such an amazing year for music, and before we hit the number 1 spot, I just thought I wanted to go over some of the honorable mentions. Things that really should be on the list, but like I couldn't fit everything because there's just so much cool music, and like there's so much stuff that I've missed this year, you know? Like I tried to listen to, you know, everything I could, you know? But I'm sure there's stuff I missed, so if there's stuff I missed, throw it in the comments if there's any like really cool records that I glazed over this year. I got Piss Jeans right here. One of my favorite noise rock bands of all time. Just super satirical, amazing. It's I always say it's like almost if like Jim Carrey fronted like a hardcore band. They're a little more like noise rock, noisecore, hardcore. But they went really punk with this record, actually. They made like a more like punk record. And I'm not like a super like power chord punk guy, but I do like this record. This might be my least favorite Piss Jeans record, and that's kind of why it didn't make the list. It should have, because I love Piss. I listen to Piss Jeans was one of my. Here's my list of stuff I listened this year. Piss Jeans was on it, and some of I'm sure this record was on there, but I don't know, just didn't make the list. Oh yeah, Piss Jeans, Half Divorced. I love that. How do you, Half Divorced? I'm gonna think about that. I'm sure there's a lot of couples in that situation. Right here we've got what is this band called again? God, Glass Beach. Plastic Death right here is what the album's called. You're like, oh, Keegan, you already forgot the band name? Do you even like them that much? Like, they're a new to me band. But this kind of blew me away. Really, really cool indie rock album. They go other places on here too. I wouldn't say super avant-garde, but they mix in a lot of genres while still being indie rock. And this took me by surprise. I think this is on Maddy's Album of the Year list. But I love it. It's super good. Should have made the list, but didn't for some reason. Next, we got freaking Shellac. We lost Steve Albini this year. They came out with a record, and then Steve Albini died. I have a lot of friends who have recorded with Steve Albini at Electric Audio, and I always thought that one day one of my bands would go get to record at Electric Audio with Steve Albini, and now that chance is not there, which is it's fine. But I just always imagined that I was going to be there one day recording. And this record's great, really good. Maybe not the best Shellac record ever, but I think it's really good. I like it. Sweet noise rock record. No Man. This is sweet. Really punk, screamy record. Yeah, Glitter and Spit. Some really good hardcore, screamy stuff. I love this record. It's really, really freaking awesome. I don't know why it didn't make it on my list. It should have. And then we got Better Lovers here. So X Every Time I Die. This is pretty much the whole band. So this is the closest thing you could get to Every Time I Die after they broke up. And I don't know what it is, but I'll be honest, I don't love this record, and I don't know why. I'm not, and I don't know what it is. I'm not sure. Maybe there's just something about the melodic qualities of this record, like the actual songwriting, that I don't know. I'm not trying, and I don't want it to be another Every Time I Die, but and Greg is amazing from the Dillinger Escape Plan vocalist. He's the vocalist for this. I don't know. I want to love this record, and I feel disappointed about it, and I can't really put my finger on it, so it didn't make the list, but it's really good. I would really recommend listening to try it. And here is a list of even more honorable mentions, amazing records that came out this year that I listened to. I just didn't happen to get a physical record of them, so I really didn't highlight them as much. But this is all amazing stuff as well. Well, here we are. My album of the year, number 1. And I have to give it to freaking JPEG, dude. Peggy here, making his best record. For me, personally, this record is a masterpiece. I laid down my life for you. This is literally one of my favorite hip-hop records of all time, hands down. It's just a masterpiece. I just don't know what to say. Like, it's just album of the year. It doesn't blow everything out of the water, but just like, it's so good. Like, the production is insane. The layering and the ideas come from like another dimension. And oh my god. Like, Peggy's vocal performance on this is godlike, dude. And all of his bars destroy. He's always just freaking spitting the coolest fucking, the best witty, cool, just awesome stuff. Like, I just can't get enough of this. I love everything about it. It's all in all just unbelievably good hip-hop, man. It's just my album of the year. I can't get enough of it. Like, it's esoteric in the best way. And just, I'm just saying, like, this, no one's doing hip-hop like JPEG. He's really found, like, for me personally, like, the new thing in hip-hop right now. Like,
you know, like it harkens to like, you know, like the production I like is like Alchemist and like Kenny Siegel and stuff. You know, like I do, that's like the stuff I mostly listen to, you know, but this is helping me understand, you know, more modern hip hop, like, cause like a lot of the flows on this are the kind of flows that I don't usually gravitate towards, but like Peggy just takes them and just destroys them. Like, I just, I love it. I just can't get enough of it. I just think Peggy has finally ascended to just like godlike rapper status. Like, he's always been freaking awesome, and I've been hit or miss on his records personally. But with this one, he's just, if he wasn't already solidified as one of the greats, which I kind of think, personally, I really do think he kind of is, this really sells it, you know? Like, this shows people that, like, that he's not messing around, and just, like, he's such a sweet producer, like, and I love how we got a guitarist to come in on this, too. Like, there's layers of everything that are awesome, and just, like, his sample game is just amazing. Like, it's so inspirational. I love how he does samples, and he fucks up samples, chops them up in a way they shouldn't be, and then just makes a song out of it, and just makes it, like, just slam, dude. It's so good. Oh, I love this thing so much. My favorite record of the year. Unbeatable for me this year.
And of course, the only opinion that matters right here is my girlfriend's album of the year list. We listened to a lot of the same stuff, but some stuff on here that I didn't cover is like Fever 333, really cool record. She also put Elucid on here. That new Elucid record is really great. Almost made my list.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.